This is a little bit one-sided, Quab. That's what it looks like, at least.
Right now, it feels a very one-sided series.
Yeah. Another, I guess, blowout. They made it. The Wolves made it close in the fourth quarter,
Yep.
but another just absolute ass kicking in the third quarter, specifically by the OKC Thunder against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's get into the box score. 118-103 is your final score. SGA with 38-8 the night he gets the MVP award. J-Dub had 26, 10, and 5. Chet with 22 and 4 for the T-Wolves. Anthony Edwards 32, 9, and 6. Jaden had 22, and Neil Alexander Walker had 17 points. Julius Randle with a really off game didn't do much. I think we just go directly to the third quarter and just the ass kicking that the OKC Thunder just gave the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think everything before that is really irrelevant, right? I mean, the way that Oklahoma City is able to turn the ball over and create fast break points off of turnovers. I think they had 20 points off of turnovers today. I think they averaged 25 for the whole season. Is just absurd. It's absurd. I mean, at this point, I don't think people realize that like they're getting easy buckets off of steals, off of fast break points. Like when you get 20 to 25 points off of that alone, and then you have someone like SGA on the who can bring up the ball and who can like dissect an offense by himself and hit a mid-range jumper and get to the line and control the pace of the game. I mean, it's almost like a cheat code. Like they are the best team left. I think I'm very comfortable saying that. Out of the four teams left, if OKC plays their game, they should win the championship. And their defense is the reason why. They are dictating everything with this series so far. The pace of the game, Minnesota's walking up the ball. You know, they're getting bullied. Julius Randle's getting, I don't say he's getting bullied, but he's not having the same effect against Jalen Williams or anybody else that he's posting up against in this series. Anthony Edwards is bringing the ball up. He's never really going downhill. He's hesitant when he's shooting his threes. He's off when he's shooting his threes. They're not getting fast break points, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And SGA is getting whatever he wants on the offensive end. I cannot for the life of me understand why they went zone for so long. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been one of the better defensive teams in the league for the past two seasons, and a lot of that has to do with, you know, their length and their athleticism on the perimeter. Why are you going zone for that long? Trust your defense. It just doesn't look like a fair fight right now, Kwab.
I guess I'll touch on the reason why they probably went zone for a while, but to agree with you, it hasn't really felt like a fair fight, and kind of to go from, and I'm sorry to bring this up, to go from the game yesterday in the Eastern Conference, which was crazy, to like what the Western Conference games have been. It's like a stark difference. Even this series, you would hope like the Timberwolves could correct some things to help to help themselves in this series. And that starts with like some of the turnovers. There's some unforced turnovers. Like they gotta be able to cut that out. But the Thunder are such a good defensive team, like top to bottom, and like I feel like a broken record player, because anytime I talk about the Thunder, we talk about how good your starting lineup is, how good your bigs are, then how good your bench is, like,
And then how they pulled away in the second half.
and they you know what I mean?
It's literally the same story.
It's the same as like rinse and repeat, like every time. The kind of the play of Alex Caruso throughout this whole these playoffs have been phenomenal. Like the fact that they were able to get him for the Bulls for just Josh Giddey, even though Josh Giddey was having.
Giddey was nice this year, man.
Yeah,
But I get what you're saying.
Great. No picks. Sam Presti was like, nah, no picks, just straight up trade, and just he's been a perfect fit for this team off the bench. Case and Wallace, again, been having an amazing playoffs. There's just his impact on both ends too. So having these two impactful players, on top of how well they play defensively with your starting lineup plays, and just to have so many options of two-way players and wings that can affect the game, it just feels unfair. On the Minnesota side, when you're talking about them going zone for so long, maybe part of that has to do with this. I think I saw a lot of, what was it, Timberwolves people online were making a point that the the Timberwolves are struggling defensively. Like Mike Conley struggles so defensively,
Yeah.
but they need him on the floor because nobody else can really bring up the ball and set up the offense.
Yeah, they've tried Dante this year, and that hasn't really worked out.
Exactly. So it's like it's a struggle there, and then the other struggle is like you need Rudy's off defense, but his offense has been subpar because he's going against two bigs who just faced Nikola Jokic, who is like the so to go
Oh,
from
you want us to guard Rudy Gobert now?
like the stark difference of that to go from that to like Rudy Gobert, who's like great defensively, but offense is not his forte. Like it's just not. So like you need these two people on the floor for the impact on like opposite ends, but it's like Mike Conley, it feels like Mike Conley's getting killed defensively. So
Yeah,
they had to go
I
zone.
just but
So
that zone was awful. I mean,
it was very awful.
It was disgusting,
Yes.
man. It was some
Yeah.
of the worst defense I've seen all playoffs. I'm not even exaggerating, and you can tell. Honestly, a lot of it for me is because they don't really play zone. Like the Minnesota
Yeah.
Timberwolves are not a zone playing team. I also think they saw what Denver did to OKC last round and how they were able to force SGA into some bad decisions and bad shots and a very stagnant offense. But like Denver is a team that had to go zone because they couldn't go man. Like they
Yep.
were better at zone than they were at man. Like you are a different personnel. You are a different team. They have a hard time guarding the back. There was many dunks and layups and just open threes. It was awful basketball, man. And like you can't dictate pace. You can't pick up the pace. You can't start your offense when OKC's not ready. You can't get Ant going downhill. If the ball's constantly going through the hoop, you just can't do it. You're not getting out and running. You're not turning the ball over. Nothing is coming easy for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and a lot of that again is because of Oklahoma City's defense, but also just because I just think the zone was a complete failure. And then Mark putting Caruso in the middle of the zone was genius. I mean, he hit a couple mid-range jumpers or in the paint in the first half, and then the second half, he's pretty much having an advantage because they played the zone so high that, okay, now we're going to get the ball to Caruso in the middle of the floor, and you have a point guard who can just make decisions and make plays with the basketball. So I just, maybe you are right. Mike Conley's such like a weak point man-to-man defensively that like it's going to be hard to kind of hide him.
Yeah.
They got to figure it out though, Bill, because they don't look comfortable playing that zone at all. They didn't even look like they wanted to play basketball. Like that third quarter was so uninspired. It was like I felt like they gave up. I was actually shocked they made a little bit of a run in the fourth quarter. I mean, it wasn't a serious run, but they won that fourth quarter. I thought they would lose by 30.
Yeah, the fourth quarter kind of like skewed the numbers a little bit, but it was that like it felt like a fake comeback. But yeah, they gotta. Yeah, that if they're gonna play zone, if the goal is to play zone, just because like you saw how the Nuggets had an impact with the zone.
Yeah,
like you have to play it better. Like that was a terrible,
it was
terrible
disgusting,
zone,
man.
terrible zone defense.
I was mad watching it.
Yeah,
I have no dog in the fight. Like I don't care who. I genuinely don't care who wins this series. I don't have a dog in the fight, and I didn't bet on the game. So for me, I just wanted to see a good game. And I was like, "What are you guys doing, man?"
And it was just like you get if you're playing zone and it's like there's no communication and you're getting like back cuts and easy shots, then it's just pointless. Just go man at that point.
Yeah.
Julius Randle needs to play better. Like if in terms of like helping out. I mean, Jaden McDaniels had a good game.
Yeah, Jaden played well.
So he played
Neal,
well.
again,
You essentially to beat this team, you need like the Julius Randle from last game, like the impact he had to start the game. You need like that kind of consistent scoring. You need Ant to play better. You need Jaden to be aggressive, and you need a bench to hit shots.
you got to start hitting your threes.
Yeah.
You have to start hitting your threes.
But
these
take better
Yeah.
threes. Don't take threes for the sake of threes, please.
Right.
I sound like the old man screaming at the cloud like this.
I'll scream with you. You ready? I hate it too, bro. Yeah.
Like take like I get, but just take better threes. Like if there's a difference between just taking threes to take threes and taking threes when it's like it's your better shots in terms of driving kicks and open shots. Just take better threes, but because the Thunder are too good. They're just too good for you. If you take stupid shots,
Yeah.
you're gone. If you're not running like your offense, you're being sloppy on offense. And like I think I said it before when we did the preview of this game. I'm like, even though Timberwolves won the previous series, they were turning the ball over, and
Yeah.
you can't turn the ball over against the Thunder. They will kill you.
Destroy you.
They will destroy you.
Yeah.
This is why they have so many blowouts. They're an amazing team, especially defensively. They will turn you over. And before you know it, especially at home, the crowd is going crazy. They're getting layups and dunks. Great game by Chet. Like Chet was aggressive
Chet
the
was
whole game.
phenomenal today.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
probably I think one of the best games I've seen him play this whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I was just looking at the box score too. I didn't even realize the other Jalen Williams didn't even play. Like
No, he didn't.
that I don't know how long the series is gonna go if the Timberwolves keep playing this way. So, do you think the Timberwolves end up winning at home?
I do.
Okay.
I can't picture them getting swept in this series.
I don't think they get swept either.
Yeah,
No.
and for me, I mean, you have 2 at home. I think Game 4 is going to determine whether or not this is a long series or not. If they go down 3-1, they're going to lose in 5. But
Okay.
I could see a world where Minnesota turns this around and wins 2 in Minnesota. But you start hitting your threes, your role players play better. Julius wakes up a little bit. You play with more energy and you dictate the pace. I think that's the way to go. I don't expect them to play as much zone as they've been doing. I understand your point about Mike Conley and man-to-man defense, but at the same time, they got back into this game playing man. They looked more like the Minnesota Timberwolves when they went to play man. So I think the energy will be up. I think Minnesota is going to win Game 3. What do you think?
I could see Minnesota winning Game 3, if they amp up the intensity like they did at the end of the fourth quarter in terms of their defense and just like pushing the tempo. But the way they've been playing in terms of the inconsistent shooting and turning the ball over, it's kind of like it's playing right into the Thunder's hands. This is what the Thunder want you to do. They want you to take bad threes and they want to turn you over. Like that's your MO. And it's been like I know it's been 2 home games, so it could turn if the Timberwolves are playing at home, but they haven't looked good at all this series so far in the 2 games. So I could see them maybe winning, but I think the Thunder win the next game too.
Damn. All right. Well, there you go. I mean, you're sounding like it's going to be a sweep. I mean,
Nah, I think it could. I think I could see the
Game
Thunder.
4, like it's a gentleman's.
Yeah. But maybe the Timberwolves win the next, but I don't think it's gonna be a sweep. But like I haven't from the 2 games. I haven't watched the Timberwolves and been like I have confidence in this team.
Yeah.
Like
gotcha.
the confidence I have when I watch the Thunder. Like anytime I'm like, yes, this is like a championship caliber team. When I watch the Thunder, I understand it.
Yeah.
Watching the Timberwolves, I'm like, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, that's going to do it. The OKC Thunder take a 2-0 series lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are 2 games away from their second NBA Finals berth since moving to Oklahoma City. Listen, if you want to follow Dime, you can everywhere at the Dime NBA. I'm Josh Rodriguez at Josh_Rodriguez_. He's Kwab at Kwab, AKS. Shout out to us. We've reached 2,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Woo woo!
Appreciate y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Pam, 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 pam. I don't know why I did the air horn at you, but thank you. We definitely appreciate it. I think the goal here is to eventually start going live, like after these type of games.
Yeah.
I produce, for those who don't know, I produce shows like sports shows and stuff like that, and my favorite ones are the ones where we go live afterwards and there's a chat and we're all talking and stuff. So I would like that to become this type of show too. But we'll see. We'll see how many subscribers we get, from now until the start of next season. That's a conversation for another day.
Yeah, leave some comments. You know what I mean? Always, we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Make sure to subscribe.
All right. We'll see you for another game reaction of the Dime. Peace.